Well, it's been kind of a busy morning. I got started early this morning. Got a John Deere down here that I kind of serviced the transmission. Well, I guess I didn't kind of. I did service the transmission. The transmission needed a belt. So when I got it, I got the belt weeks ago, at least a couple weeks ago. And when I got everything dropped down, I noticed the fan that cools the transmission was broke. All the fan blades had broken off. So I asked the customer, "You want me to replace that fan?" I mean, you replace the belt to prevent the slipping of the belt when it's cold, but as soon as it gets hot, it's going to start slipping again because you don't have anything heating or cooling that oil. So he said, "Yeah." So while I was at it, I went ahead and changed the transmission fluid. So I dropped the transmission, which is, kind of a complicated job. It's not hard. It's just, there's a lot to do, and you're crawling around on the ground, and you got to lift the front end up to get the deck off, to get the PTO belt, the PTO off the front, get it down. Then you got to drop the front end down and lift the back end to get the transmission off. And then you got to drain the oil. I mean, it's not hard. But it's time consuming. So good paying job there. And then that's his mower. That's one guy, one fellow's mower. That is also his mower. And I'm waiting for belts on that. Drive belts. And I don't even know how to explain it. I mean, it is beyond ridiculous how slow the mail is. I ordered those belts 2 weeks ago. They shipped them instantly, like that day. From partstree.com, and it was in Texas, and I know that you can drive Texas within 24 hours. I mean, we did it, I think we did it from western Texas all the way up to here in about it was less than a day. It was close to like 20 hours or so. And of course we were hauling a camper, so we weren't doing any land speed records either. But then it got caught up in Kansas. And it sat in Kansas for 5 days. 5 days it sat there. Well, I mean, the holiday's coming. We got 4 more days. Now it's in Columbia, Missouri. Just arrived there today. And I know it's going to get stuck in Columbia. It always gets stuck in Columbia. So we got at least another 2 days. And of course, remember the 4th of July is coming. Fortunately, he is not in a hurry. He's in St. Louis. I mean, I just lucked out on that. But the same thing with the John Deere. When I found out I needed a fan blade, I ordered a fan blade, and I ordered hydraulic oil or transmission fluid. Hydrostatic transmission fluid from Amazon, and it took at least another week to get those parts. Well, to get the oil. Got the fan blade almost instantly. And then this thing, I can order these spindles and have them in 2 days all the time. I mean, I've replaced a spindle on this. This is the 3rd time I've replaced a spindle. So the first time, 2 times, he had it back within a day or 2. But we're up to at least a week now, probably over a week. Amazon said they were going to have it next day, and for whatever reason they didn't, so they sent it UPS, and UPS is... Oh, and there was something else. I ordered a air filter housing. That's all I needed. That cover right there from Part Street. They sent it United States mail again. Took forever to get to Columbia. So, and here's what's so funny. It comes from Texas. Now, I don't know why that other part went to Kansas. I have no idea. I've never seen it go to Kansas before, but usually it goes to Kansas City. So it sits in Kansas City for a couple days. Then it goes down to Sedalia, which is, I mean, just I don't want to give my location, but Sedalia, you would think it would just come on down to here. But instead it goes back northeast to Columbia. Oh, but that's not even the last of it. Then it's supposed to go back down to Sedalia and then to me. I don't know why they passed Sedalia from Kansas City. I don't get it. It's a V shape. Well, this time it went from Kansas City to Sedalia to Columbia, like it always does, and then up to Mexico, Missouri. About 100 and, I don't know, maybe 50 miles straight north from Columbia, a little bit northeast. And that's not even a distribution center. That's just a post office. So Mexico had to send it back down to here. So what did it do? Go to Columbia, go to Sedalia. I don't even understand. You know, they constantly complain they don't have enough money. But they're not even trying. Just throw whatever bin it goes out. That bin's full. Throw it over there. Go over to Mexico and then it can come back, you know. I don't know. It's getting quite infuriating. So, but at least he got it. And again, he wasn't in a hurry for that, thank goodness. I don't know what's going on, but this last few weeks have been terrible with... Now, I've said this many times. It's absolutely insane how this works. I don't understand how it works this way. So I had all these mowers. They all came in in 2 days. I don't know, I probably had 6, maybe 7 mowers come in all at once. I've been down for a week. Nothing to do. I mean, nothing to do. So, Friday or Saturday or both days, whatever, all of a sudden all these mowers come in. And so I've been chipping away at them, getting them out of the way. The problem is all the parts come in at the same time. Now, that's what's so funny. Usually parts come in a day or two. Not this time. All the parts took 2 weeks. I don't even understand how that works. It just doesn't make any sense. So again, for all this time, I really haven't gotten a lot of work. Oh, I've gotten a push mower here or there, maybe. But nothing serious. And now all of a sudden, I got 2 calls today. Just for no apparent reason. Repeat customers. One guy's got a push mower that all of a sudden just started smoking black smoke. And the other one, his belt fell off, but he said he heard a noise before he heard the belt fell off. So, you know, when they say that, it makes it sound like that something I did on a previous repair must have just broke. But, you know, you hear a noise, he hit something. That's the noise. So anyway, the belt fell off. So I got to go get those. I got to take this one back. Hopefully this part comes in today. It's coming in UPS. It says it's out for delivery. So, I mean, this is only a 5-minute job. This is not a hard job. No, it's probably a 10-minute job. And then I'll message him. Hopefully he'll message back, and then I can take it over to his house tonight, which would be absolutely fantastic. That way I can go pick up those other 2 mowers tomorrow. That would work out great. So, but if not, then I'll drop this one off in the morning. I'll take the key with me. He's pretty good about paying. He'll come over, get paid, pick up the key, and then I can still go pick those other 2 mowers up. But been pretty busy. These belts, I don't even know how it was going much longer. I mean, it was in bad shape. So I couldn't, with that John Deere, it wouldn't go up hills anymore. It would just stop. But you can see the belt was pretty chewed up. But that's where it would stop, right there. There's a big hunk missing out of it. As soon as that would hit a pulley and you're on a hill, it would just stop. It wouldn't go. It would just spin on that. So you can see how thick this belt is. This is the deck belt. And it's completely chewed up. I mean, there is no V on that anymore. There's supposed to be a V, but right there, it's really flat. So we got him going again. And that thing's got a lot of power. Now, I took it up a very steep hill over there. That's my test hill. If you can make it up that hill, it can make it up anything. And it pulled right up. I mean, it bogs the engine down trying to pull those hills. So, and I got a lot of videos to edit now. I got 2 off that John Deere that I got to edit, plus this one. And you know, that transmission, that's one video. And then the deck rebuild. I didn't tell you that on the deck. I may have told you earlier, but I'm going to tell you again. You know, like in a previous video, that deck. That's a 2005 John Deere. It's an L111. Well, they've taken the deck from a newer lawnmower. They've taken the deck off the old, you know, the old deck off, put a new deck on it, or a newer deck, say like an S100. So that deck is probably 5 years old, 10 years old. Let's call it 5 years old, just to keep it easy. So the lawnmower's 20 years old, but this deck is 5 years old. But it doesn't match. I mean, it works, but it doesn't match. So when I ordered the spindle for the L111, the 20-year-old mower, and I took off the old spindle, they were different. There were 2 different spindles. Which means now the blades that came off that deck will not fit the spindle that I bought. So what I did was I went ahead and made the deck match the mower, if that makes sense. So the deck no longer would work. You know, if you ordered blades for the S100, the 5-year-old deck, it won't match anymore. If you order the blades for an L111, which is what that is, the 20-year-old mower, it matches. So now the deck is an L111, just like the, but that, you know, that took probably an hour to cross-reference all the information so I could get the right parts for the L111. I mean, I wasn't even sure how, at first I was pretty confused why I had the wrong spindle. I thought, well, maybe I ordered the wrong spindle. I went back to the parts diagram. Parts diagram said I had the right spindle. Everything looked right, but it didn't match the old spindle, and the blades didn't. So I had to get blades. So now you got to cross-reference those blades. Which blades do you get? And then I had to buy bolts, because the bolts didn't come with the spindle that I bought. So, but now it's all original, is basically what I'm trying to say. It was a Frankenstein mower, and you know, you just, you know, I'm sure the trolls are going to say, well, you need to check those things before you know, check them in. Well, there's absolutely no way I could keep track of spindles. Which spindles go on what mower? There's just no way. That would just be an insane amount of information trying to figure all that out. I mean, the guy sitting here on his trailer while I'm out there cross-referencing part numbers. But I can tell you, a troll would say that. I don't know. I don't know. It's just infuriating, trolls. They all behave the same way. All of them. You can find a pattern in a troll almost instantly. So I found one last night. It was interesting. I'm not going to bring it up because I'm sure with this level of troll that he's already stalking me. You know, he stares, and this is creepy. They'll pull up Google's maps and find me, and then they sit there and analyze every square inch of Google's maps, the house. I mean, I'm on video. You can check out the house on video. I built the house on video, but they stare at the screen, sending you snapshots like, okay, they found you. There's a movie called 1 Hour Photo with Robin Williams, and he's this stalker kind of guy, and real creepy. That's who these trolls remind me of. They are creepy. So one of these days, one of them's gonna get brave enough to come over here. I'm sure of it. That'll be a bad day for the troll. It won't be a great day for me either, but it'll be a really bad day for the troll. So I don't think there's a lot else going on. I guess I'll jump off of here. So if you'll click this up, an X box, it'll take the video over my other channel. Really appreciate it. Go check it out.